Hey guys, it's Beginnings here. Have some really nice Alice gameplay for you guys today. I think the most requested thing besides voiceover was Arcana, so if you need to take a look at that, go ahead and pause the video at the beginning. I think Alice was the most requested hero in the comments, so we're playing her. I have some pretty good videos coming up, but this one's okay, gameplay wise. It was nothing crazy, nothing awesome, but it wasn't bad either. It was just a mediocre Alice game for me. Level 1, I generally start opposite side of the jungle, or of our jungler, but because our Darkslayer laner is actually watching the buff, I don't have to. Generally just want to make sure they don't invade. Since Tara is watching our buff, I'll just go ahead and check which side their jungler is starting. That's really important. It lets your team know when they can be aggressive, depending on which side of the map the jungler is on. Nothing crazy happens level 1, very normal level 1, and you'll see we stumble upon the Tulin here, and sadly Raz pushes the Tulin out of my stun. Regardless, we still end up even though Murad rotates over. I see the Tara pings the Florentino coming up, so I just pulled our red buff, so Florentino didn't cause any issues for our jungler. Now just creating pressure, allowing Raz to clear his wave outside from underneath tower. We're on the right side right now because our jungler started top and he's going to be ending bot side. You kind of always want to be on the same side of the map as your jungler when you're roaming. We say no to dual laning on this channel. That's not allowed. This is actually part of the reason why Alice isn't that great. We knew the teaming was topside, and Raz got caught out because he was over-aggressive. Sadly, we didn't kill the Tulin there. It was really, really close, but targeting just wasn't in our favor, so we're just going to have to get out of there. I didn't actually expect that chain lance from Teamy to hit me, and sadly, we died because of it. I probably shouldn't have tried to walk that direction. That was a very risky pathing, considering we just saw them walk down there. My team does a pretty good job fighting this though. We end up trading their jungler for our Darkslayer laner, which is great. We could go for dragon here, except top is pushed in and our jungler is below half, so we're just resetting, getting back to lane. We see Caffney is cutting lane, so we rotate over to help, but sadly everyone's backed off. But then I see Raz coming, so we chase, and he flickers, gets a nice fireball, and we get a pretty good pick onto Caffney. Again, our top laner is chunked though, and our jungler has to finish his full jungler rotation, so we're not going to be able to do dragon here. I think I pull it. Yeah, I try to pull it, but then I see Tulin, and I can't really contest him in river because we're still very early in the game. Alice is not the strongest early, she's pretty squishy, and her cooldowns are long, so you generally don't want to rotate in river if you don't have control. That's probably Alice's biggest downfall and why she hasn't played much in high ranked solo queue. That and her ult nerfs make it so she's not as good against diving heroes. We see his blue buff's up, so we're gonna try to pull it, but nobody's around, so we just kind of back off. Murad with 3 stacks is pretty scary. Again, we're just staying on the same side of the map as a jungler as much as possible, especially with a support like Alice. And we have a really, really safe dragon laner, so I know I don't have to babysit him as much. He can just clear wave under tower as much as he wants to. We see Teamy pull dragon here, and we try to take the aggro, but for some reason, the dragon decides it's just going to chase the Teamy a little bit more. That ult was meh, it was pretty meh. We're trying to help out Zane, the arrow here, and we bait out the Murad pretty well with that heal. And yeah, we're not going to dive this, because diving generally is a pretty bad idea. We're just going to push the wave and rotate back for dragon. Dragons early, as you guys probably know, are very, very strong. We see Florentino in our bot side jungle here, but there's nothing we can really do. I'm low, I need to reset, and our jungler's blue side jungle is up. So he needs to go do his buffs and clear his camps. So I know that I can't really do anything on the map. It's a good time to go heal. We see teamy topside, so we're just gonna run to the left side of mid just in case. But it looks like the teamy backs off. Raz is definitely gonna need some vision so he can clear his wave. But again, teamy's in the bush. Alice isn't the best at bush control. It's probably why she hasn't played very much again. Elsu throws a snipe in the bush, but he didn't hit anything. We're just gonna give the Elsu some space to clear his wave. Caffney's camping in the bush, but she doesn't really achieve anything. The reason I went top here is because we saw the teaming Tulin in the left side of mid, so they can rotate up if they wanted to. We're just giving our team as much space as they can in the early game. Alice and Elsu aren't the best early game, so basically creating space and distracting threats as much as you can this game. Elsu was way out of position there. We knew that they were in left side, but he was camping the bush. I guess he didn't think that they could see him. Right now, we're just kind of waiting for a jungler to rotate up. I should not have walked into the river there. That was a really risky play. But it works out because, I don't know, the team is bad, I guess. For some reason, we're all just dancing around mid here. Murad gets greedy for stacks, and I get a really nice double 2-man ult and a double stun. And we get a kill on the Murad, but not the Tulin, sadly. I missed the stun on the teammate, but that's just because I'm bad, no big deal. We did get the pick on the Tulin. Now we can invade their jungle because their mid and their jungle are dead. Only their support's alive, and Teamy and Caffney aren't going to contest the jungle. We saw Florentino top, that's why I popped my Ring the Fiend, but he had already showed mid, so it's kind of a waste on my part. Right now, we're just helping our jungler push, and then we're going to go for Dragon, I believe. Errol's full jungle is up, so I know that he needs to go back to the jungle. Right there, we probably could have taken the top tower, but this was one of my first games playing with an Errol jungle, and I wasn't really sure if he's good at taking towers, but I really don't think he is. So we just take Dragon, our jungler goes back to his jungle. Now we're just getting as much vision as we can. Again, being careful of when to rotate in the river. For some reason, Tara backed off there, even though she had ult, and me and Raz were rotating down. So we lose a tower kind of for free, which sucks. Now we see Tulin and Florentino top, so we're just going to help this Raz push out his wave. And then I start rotating top, just in case they continued to push, but they left. And I just ult there to help save the Raz. You see the Murad come in, but he couldn't ult or anything because he was silenced. Since we see Florentino top again, we're going to try to just make plays on the other side of the map, but sadly the wave gets cleared. Our jungler is doing the Darkslayer, so we're just walking up towards mid, seeing if we can get them off the tower as much as possible. Again, we don't want tower damage, we don't want hero damage, we just create space. A really nice ult there because it cuts off Teamy's path. He can't walk forward, he can't run away, right? I cut off the most direct path between him and his teammates. You can see there that the Murad ult was actually invisible. I've had that bug a lot lately. I wish it would not be a thing. Thankfully, I live here with my heal. It was completely calculated, obviously. And we see our jungler fighting the Florentino and the Murad. So I throw my ult down and they're both silenced and we end up cleaning both of them. So we get a nice mid tower out of that and we can clear their jungle again. We've taken 2 mid towers at this point. The map is really, really open for us. We can do basically whatever we want. You see Tara is taking the bottom tower right now. She just got it. And Errol is pushing the top wave. We're more than likely going to get that tower soon. I actually can't remember. It's been a little bit since we played the game. You see me pinging it because it's kind of free. Like we have Raz in the top side jungle. We know nobody's up there. But for some reason Raz walks into 3 people. Not a good idea. I actually was waiting for the Errol to just clear his jungle, but he went to Dragon instead, which is fine. We just need to know that without our jungler, we can't commit to a fight. Even though it is 12-4, kills-wise, and we're ahead in gold, it's still not a great idea to take fights at a disadvantage. But you see here, Errol is destroying these people 1v3, so we rotate over as fast as we can. I pop my ring, and I ult onto the Caffney and the Tulin, and Raz one-shots them with his ultimate. The reduced magic resistance from Alice's ult definitely coming in handy there. So we get the 3 kills on the top side of the map, and Tulin, or Elsu rather, is going to get that tower basically for free. We see Murad stacking on this camp, and we don't want Murad having stacks on camps. That's always a bad thing, so we just do what we can to get him off of it and to clear it. Again, we have control over this, like 3/4 of the map at this point, so might as well assert our dominance when we can. I actually don't know why Raz ulted into that Florentino, but the Florentino is scared, so he just runs away. And you see Caffney ults, so we know she doesn't have that for wave clear anymore, so I think that's actually the first time I've messed up my ult this game. I think I only messed it up twice in this game actually. Sadly, the Murad isn't hit by the silence or anything, and we take a little bit of damage there, but it's fine. We still have a lot of control. We're just gonna push out bot and wait for our jungler to finish his clear, because he's back at blue. But then we see Caffney and Tulin out of position, and I get a good ult, and what I thought was going to be a double stun, but for some reason it doesn't stun the Tulin. We still chunk them out really well, so we can push mid tower. We have a full wave under tower. We have 2 people here, but again, they have one top side, and Murad was killing Raz for some reason, so we knew that it was free. Here, I just ult the Caffney, so she can't really walk into the fight. She has to go around. And we get the kill onto Timi, but he revives, and I see Errol going in, so I try to help him, but I overcommitted a lot. I should have just let him die. That was a very, very risky dive, and not something you should really be following up on as an Alice. So we're dead, but we have a massive lead at this point. It's 16-7, which isn't that crazy kills-wise, but gold-wise, we're rich. We're having fun in this game. Our top's pushed in, so we need to definitely get that out a little bit. You see me by my Aegis. CDR is really good on Alice, and I, of course, have my Frosty's Revenge already. That item is pretty core on Alice. I actually get heal cutting this game because I see Tulin has Reyes, they have a Florentino, they have a Caffney with Bow of Slaughter, and Murad. They just have a lot of healing, so don't want to be dealing with that too much. I actually just pulled the red out of habit, I guess. Oh, and this is kind of bad. This is the other time. I throw my ult down, but it's a second too late, and I wasn't paying attention, so I just threw my stun on the wave. Thankfully, Raz still kills them. I get a nice double stun, and Raz gets away, but Florentino's still trying to kill us. He overcommits a bit, and I think ends up dying for it. Yeah, Errol was just destroying their backline, and that's the 3rd time this game I've actually messed up my ult. But it's okay, because I mean, this game's over at this point. You know, mistakes happen. It's nothing to dwell on. Dwelling on mistakes really just ruins the tempo of the game, especially if you're on voice comms with your team. Just, you know, take every action with a grain of salt. Don't freak out too much. Oh, and for some reason, Murad wasn't silenced there, even though he was on my ult. But he still gets one-shot by the Raz, and you can see I got an assist for that, and I think it might be because he was actually tagged with my ultimate, so Raz did a little bit more damage there than he would have because of the 50% reduced magic resistance again. So you can see I'm really low here, and I should definitely go back, but I also see that there are 3 dead, and it's only Tulin and Florentino, and we can probably end the game here, despite the fact that they have 2 alive. I know that I can live. I'm not going to die. I have heal up, I have my ult up, and the game ends kind of anticlimactically. Thanks for watching, guys, and be sure to hit like and subscribe. See you.